Hi there, welcome to Something Saturday. Today I thought we would have a look at the Delightful Doily Hybrid. So the reason it's called a hybrid is because you get two different things with it. You get a set of dies and you also get an embossing folder. And it is $74 and you get them both in the one bundle basically. Let's have a little look at it. Right, so here are the dies. There's not heaps of dies, but you can do a fair bit with them. And then this is the embossing folder, which is darned pretty. I haven't really used it much because it literally has just arrived. So I've drawn around my dies and I have had a little bit of a play with it, and I thought I would sort of show you what I have played. Obviously, you can cut these three and they just give you 1, 2, 3. But that's not all that exciting really, unless you're going to put them behind things. So then the next thing you can do is you can cut all three of those and then you can put them through the embossing folder. So then you end up with 1, 2, 3. The way to line them up in the embossing folder is you will notice that this has varying different lumps around the outside. Some of them are slightly more pronounced and some of them aren't. The way that I found was easiest was to line it up underneath. Now, if you find that it doesn't line up, just move it along to the next one and that should do it. So you won't need to move it more than once because it is symmetrical. So then once you've lined it up like that, you should be good to pop it all together, and you can see that you've got like a little outline all the way round, and then pop it through your Big Shot or your cut and emboss machine or whatever machine it is that you use. But bear in mind that these are thick dies. So with the Stampin' Up machine, you will actually be using this number 4 cutting or dyeing plate. Dyeing plate? That doesn't sound quite right. Dyeing plate! Oh! This is not a cutting surface, okay? Okay, good. I'm glad I got that one out of the way. So when you put it through in the with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, I'll just bring it over and quickly show you, because it doesn't really matter if I emboss this piece because you've now seen what it looks like flat. So you take out all the plates except for this bottom plate when you do it this way, and then you pop this one on and you put this one straight on top, so you're not using any other plates. And then when it goes through, you'll find that there's a little bit of resistance but not a whole heap. So it's not, you won't have to really crunch it round or anything. Let's pop that away, and then you've got that, and you've got that, and you've got a beautifully embossed piece of card. How cool is that? Hopefully you can see it all right. That's part of the reason why I actually brushed a bit of colour onto these ones, just so that they pop out a bit easier and you can see them. So let's just move that back away again. And then the pièce de la résistance, is that the right way of saying it? Anyway, the best bit about it is that you can then produce these. How cool is this? So if I just quickly, in fact, you know what? I'm going to go with a new piece of paper because I thought I'd also show you something else. Probably should be actually doing this straight onto a card because it does look really cool. So let's grab out a card and we'll grab my purple brush, seeing as I seem to have done everything else in purple so far, and a bit of fresh freesia. Ooh. Let's move all that lot off to the side. Get rid of my big mark on there. In fact, you know what? I've got one here that I used earlier. Rather than dirtying that one, I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. So if you hold it onto your card like this, you will find it's so cool. Just wait for it. I know you already know what's coming, but hey. But so I just love this effect that you can get. You can make it darker, you can make it lighter. I'm just gonna add a bit of darker colour onto this one. Makes that one stand out a bit. Let's add some onto this one here. You see, this is the problem, is once I get started with this, it's really difficult for me to stop. So whether you want to fast forward it, it's entirely up to you, but I shouldn't be too much longer. There we go. So how pretty is that? And then potentially that could actually sit on there, or you could actually add some smaller ones into the corners. Let's just do that while I'm here, seeing as I can, and you know, you're a captive audience almost. And let's see whether I can't just do the same thing on here. Oh, over to there. Beautiful. So yeah, and then you just can add these onto here if you want to. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going with this card, so what I might do is finish the card off. I may hop back onto here, but I can't guarantee that I will. Hop along to my blog, because that is where I will put what I create with this. I hope you've enjoyed this, and don't forget, if you're in Australia and you want to be able to purchase from me, then yay, purchase from me, woohoo! And come and join me next week, where I will show you something else. Thanks, bye.